I'm in an Arizona ash, and I wanted to show what it looks like inside of a tree wound so that you can determine if your tree is strong enough to stay or go. If it needs to be cut down or if it looks like it's going to fall. This has an old wound here. It looks like a limb was removed, possibly. And I wanted to show you this right here. It's hard to see with the sun glare, but this right here is called the collar. This collar was cut off. You see that swelling right there? The collar was cut off because for some reason, a storm or whatever happened, it broke off flush with the limb. It should be out here a little bit, and then the collar can develop. But in this case, it was too short. The collar didn't develop, and the tree's probably too old to do it anyway. But if you look up here, the collar tried to form around here. It's rounded on the edge, and on the bottom it's rounded on the edge. That's what a collar is. And right along the sides, the collar never developed. You see over here, where am I shining? Right over here, it never developed. You don't see that swelling. So there is no collar on either side right here. And that collar is actually going to make it stronger. The limb went up over this house, and looking at this right here, I determined that if it were my tree, I wouldn't have it over my house anymore, because this side needs to be stronger to support all the weight up above it. When the tree blows, it's going to bend down, and right here, if it's weak, it's going to break right here eventually. So I'm going to cut this right across here and show you what it looks like on the inside, just so that we can see what happened here and here. And it's probably pretty weak right in there. The wood probably doesn't look so good, is my guess. And there you go. This is where I cut across that wound, and you can see the discoloration up here. Something happened with my chain, so it's a terrible cut. I don't know why I did that. Maybe because I'm videotaping. But right here, you can see the wound is weak over here, and inside the tree, it may look just horrible. You see the good wood is right here. So this decay is mostly what you see on the outside is how deep it is on the inside, for the most part. You can't always trust that, but for the most part, and you could always take a little something and dig a little bit until you get to good wood. I don't want to give too much advice because I don't want to make any trouble for anybody if I'm wrong about it. But I would still say that was a real weak area of the tree, and I'm glad we took it down. They could plant a healthy tree and take care of it. This tree is expired. Thanks a lot. I hope that helps you when you're evaluating your tree. Good luck. Bye. This is another tree nearby that I wanted to show what a solid, good growing collar looks like. You see, it looks like a donut. It's fat and swollen. That's what I was describing. And here's another no-no I want to talk about is this spray foam. Sometimes people get a cavity in the tree and they think, oh no, I need to keep the water out of it, I think is the reason they do this. So they go in and spray this spray foam insulation inside their tree and paint it black often. Well, this doesn't work because the water absorbs into this, and the tree does much better naturally without anything there holding the water in there and the moisture. It needs to dry out after a rain. If it gets water in there, it can dry out, and the bacterias or whatever, the funguses and bacterias and whatnot, all that stuff does what it's supposed to do. In nature, it doesn't normally have all this holding moisture in there all the time. So this is really causing a problem for the tree. Don't do that. It's better. I've read where people have, if it's collecting water, they've actually put a drain tube drill through down here, a small tube, and run it up to the water, and it'll drain. or some people have even cut a little notch. I think the little tube is a great idea. You could put PVC or something and let it drain out. But that's another issue. These are strong collars, back to that. Those are stronger collars. I would trust these big limbs much more than I would on that other tree where the collar didn't grow right and it was wounded. Thanks a lot. Bye.